Morning guys, Al here. Quick training tip of the day, eat faster. Eat faster if you want to try to gain weight, just because if you take time, you'll get that full signal when you're eating. So you want to eat faster in order to get more calories down. That'll help, of course, with them gains. Also, if you want to gain weight, if you're a hard gainer, quote unquote hard gainer, a lot of quote unquote hard gainers are just not eating enough. So that's why, like I said, eat faster. When you do drink your weight gaining shake, make sure you drink it after you eat a big meal, just so you can top it off. If you drink it before, which I suggest for people for weight loss, drink their shake before they eat, just so then they'll feel full. You want to drink your shake after you eat. Pretty basic, quick tips there. If you want to get kind of advanced, I got this training tip from, not actually a training tip, it's actually a strategy that Takara Kobayashi does. If you're not familiar with that guy, he is the Japanese eating hot dog champion. Ridiculous. But in order for him to get as much food as he can down, he would actually eat a lot of dry seaweed and then top it off with water so it expands in his stomach. That would be a pretty extreme, but you know, definitely be careful with that. Another thing that I got from him also is the order you eat your food in. So if you're at a buffet, what I tend to do is I tend to eat my fats first, or eat fatty foods first, and then also followed by your carbs and your protein. So then that way it's a slower digesting and you don't get that full signal quicker. Alright guys, eat up. So this is the 4th day of Sheiko, week 2, day 1. Requires me to squat 310, but I actually got a little lazy and wanted to do 315 just because I don't like dealing with all those plates. I don't know if you guys are guilty of the same thing. I'm a meathead, I don't want to deal with all those little tiny plates. I know Dan John said one time, if we could only just mess with 45-pound plates and also 25-pound plates and deal with it like that, then a lot of people would make a lot of progress rather than dealing with such minor things as the 2.5 pounds. But maybe that's just my way of justifying myself as putting the 3 plates on. So this is my last set of the work set for my squats, also still 315. You probably noticed in my earlier squat, the first set, because this is my last one, that I was pausing on the bottom. I was trying to pause for a good second or two. I was actually exhaling and inhaling as I was in the bottom, trying to strengthen up my core so then it's not counting on that Valsalva. I don't know if you guys already noticed that is my Charlie Brown shirt. I actually made that shirt for Halloween. I just thought I was actually gonna donate it, but I was like, you know what, it's really comfortable, might as well use it for a workout shirt. I was actually gonna cut off the sleeves, but that would kind of look like a douchebag Charlie Brown. So on day 4 of Sheiko number 29, it requires me to bench press 230 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and do this for 4 times for 3 reps. And when I unrack the bar, I actually have to slide the bar and roll it down to the very edge. Now it's a very annoying thing to do, but it's the only equipment I have. I actually bench press at one of my friend's university's gym up in Oakland, and they had flat J hooks, which was great. I can still maintain tightness, back tightness, and unrack it without worrying about hitting the J hooks or worrying to lose the tightness of my upper back. And we all know that upper back tightness and squeezing the scapula together will create a nice foundation for that bench press. So I blame my weak bench press on my stupid equipment. But actually, good news, my friend, or actually my sister-in-law's friend, might open up his own gym, and it's going to be kind of one of those hardcore gyms, not those, or I shouldn't say hardcore because that kind of sounds douchebaggy, but it's one of those gyms that are not commercial. So hopefully he'll have plenty of deadlift platforms and squat racks, and that will definitely make my day. You don't have to worry about looking at junk, garage junk throughout my videos there. So after bench pressing, this is my accessory work, chest flies. Now I don't have cables, but I figured out a way to kind of simulate cables a little bit through using bands and a dumbbell. What's great about this is that when I am at the bottom at my weakest, it doesn't feel as heavy. But when I go ahead and pull them closer together in that fly, when I have the dumbbells closer together, there is definitely a lot of tension. And of course, everyone that knows about powerlifting will know that it's basically like chains and bands. They have that accommodating resistance. So moving on to some accessory work. Well, I'm not quite sure if this is accessory work, but it is a variation of the squat. It's the front squat. We're gonna do a 230-pound front squat, 4 sets of 2. And you notice here that I am going a little bit deeper. Actually a whole lot deeper, just because front squats tend to be a exercise variation or a squat variation that I try to emphasize more of a deep flexion of the knee. I wanted to see how much I can not rest in between sets. It's funny because if this was live, I would probably push myself a little bit more, because I hate cardio, and it feels like cardio once you start resting less. I'm used to resting 5 minutes at a time in order to get maximal strength. It's funny because I remember George Lehman. If you guys don't know who George Lehman is, I'm surprised, because he's a monster. He's big and he's strong, and he was actually trying to charge people to pay a membership in order for him to have a live camera, so you can watch him work out live. Which I don't know. It's kind of cool watching him work out, but if it was me, I would like to see the edited version, just because, you know, no one wants to sit down for a whole hour and watch someone work out when you can just kind of breeze through and get the gist of it. So the last accessory movement of the day is a wide push-up that's weighted. I wish I had a weighted vest, but all I had were a couple of chains and a backpack. I fit a 25-pounder in there, and the chains are about maybe less than 5 pounds each. I have 2 on. I just wanted to wear them because it made me feel sexy. So I went ahead and did 20 reps. All I had to do was 5 sets of 10, but you know, push-ups tend to be a little easier. Right now I feel like the biggest, baddest Charlie Brown that ever lived. And if I were to kick a football, I definitely would have missed, or no one would dare take away the football away from me. And thank you guys again for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, definitely post them below. I'll get to each and every one of them.